The cold days and nights are here, so why not use it as an excuse to whip up some cocktails? Andrew Volk is our bartender here at the Portland Hunt Alpine Club. And today what are we making, some Manhattans?
Manhattans, and plays riffs on Manhattans.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, cold weather, warm whiskey drinks, although one's a rum drink. One thing that I love about these drinks is that you can make them for yourself. You can make them in a big container. You can make 2 or 3 of them at a time for you and your partner, your friends. You can also make them in. You take when you're done, make your whiskey bottle. You clean it out. You rinse it out. You can make them in here. And you think about it in ratios, in parts. And I'll give you the ratios today. But 2 parts whiskey to 1 part sweet vermouth. You add a little bit of water. You stick it in your freezer. Your friends come over later. You
pour
have
it out.
Manhattans just to pour out.
I love that.
Me too.
All right.
So Manhattan, we're going to start with a really classic.
Okay.
Manhattan, as a cocktail, dates back to the late 1800s.
Wow.
Like, it's old. And it dates back to, surprise, New York City.
Shocking.
I know, right? We typically choose rye whiskey to make our Manhattans with. You can make it with bourbon. Both are just as delicious. The rye, to me, it's got just a little bit of spicy flavor to it, a little bit more going on. I tend to not like sweet things, so just a little bit more bitter, spicy fun. 2 ounces or 2 parts rye whiskey, 1 part sweet vermouth, a couple of dashes of bitters. Like I said, like a little bit extra bitters in there. We're going to toss some ice in here. Get ourselves a pretty little Manhattan glass and a cherry for you. And we here at Hunt, we soak those cherries in a little bit of amaretto, a little bit of alcohol. Just make those cherries a little extra adult.
Like it. Like it.
Too. And the strong, cold whiskey drink with just a bite of something sweet is really nice. So that's going to be your classic Manhattan.
All right. Now, I am a sweet girl, not as much of a bitter girl, so.
See how you like them.
Okay.
Today might be a tough one for you.
Ooh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's like candy, though.
It's not, I was just going to say, it's not bad.
Good.
Hold on.
Going back for seconds, that's a good.
No, it's good.
Good.
That's good. I've also noticed, too, that now that I have a child, I always take 2 sips of the drink. So there's that.
The next drink I'm going to make, and you can, over the past 20 years or so in the cocktail world, many people have taken Manhattans and created so many different New York Village versions. So years ago there was a Bronx and there was a Brooklyn, but now there's a Red Hook and there's a Greenpoint, and think of all of the different small little neighborhoods across the city. There's drinks for every single one of those places.
A little spin on them. Love it.
Spin on them. One of my favorites that has come out of all of that is called a Red Hook. And it is, again, 2 ounces of rye whiskey. But instead of just doing sweet vermouth, we're going to use both sweet vermouth, about ½ an ounce of that, and we're also going to use maraschino liqueur. Which is this really old classic ingredient that is not nearly as sweet as you think it might be. But about ½ an ounce of that, and add ice to this. And I find it really fun to taste the Manhattan and the Red Hook, or the Manhattan and others side by side together, because you can say, oh, they're all from the same family, but they taste very different.
Yeah.
They're all unique, and they're all delicious, and they're all special in their own way.
Hey, we like variety, so this is good.
So, I'm going to give you another cherry there. And
okay, so this is lighter.
It's lighter.
Okay.
The maraschino's got to bring this kind of earthy herbal tones to it that the Manhattan itself doesn't have.
Cheers.
Yeah?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so still strong, obviously, but very different.
Very different.
I don't mind this one either.
Good. I don't mind. Sorry, not to pick on the words. The last one, we're going to use rum instead.
Okay.
This is a rum that's made down in the North Shore of Boston. Bully Boy, love those guys. We're going to use 1.5 ounces of that. We're going to use 3/4 of an ounce of sweet vermouth. And then we're going to use a little bit of Campari, a little bit of bitter orange Italian aperitif, and a couple dashes of Moet bitters. Kind of a chocolate, spicier note to it. Just brings a little bit of roundness to the drink that I think is really beautiful. So this drink is called, this drink is called a right hand.
A right hand.
A right hand. And again, another one of those modern classics. It's been around 20 years or so. I'm not quite sure the year. But a delicious riff on that stirred, brown, bitter drink that exemplifies the Manhattan in so many ways. We'll do this one over ice. Yeah.
Ooh.
And we'll give it just a little bit of orange aroma and oil over the top there.
Okay, this is pretty.
Cheers.
All right. Cheers.
Enjoy. Yeah.
Okay.
There we go.
Winner. Winner. What was the stuff you used at the end? The bitter?
Moet bitters.
Game changer.
Game changer. Love that. How'd you like it tonight?
Wow, that's good. All right, a take on Manhattans right here. Andrew, thanks so much.
Always a pleasure.
Appreciate it. And if you want to make these for yourself, just head to the 207 section of our website or app. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back right after this.